Guys, Coach Kurt. So my last video for 2023, hoping 2024 is a better year. This is about training at home, MMA, martial arts, jiu-jitsu, judo, whatever. But it's mostly how you would train at home by yourself. This was definitely more applicable during COVID, but it also depends that you have a certain type of equipment. And here I am doing your basic warm-ups. I was doing the tactical get-up, and now I'm doing Ukemi. This is an abbreviated variation of tactical get-up and Ukemi, the falling and rolling, because I have entire videos on that. If I remember, I will put them in the description. But this is just to give you ideas of what you can do if you have your own home gym, or if you're thinking about building a home gym and the kind of equipment you might want to get. If you do any kind of grappling martial art, even if you don't do a grappling martial art, I highly recommend mats. As you see, I have mats down. This is my old gym at my old duty station before I transferred to my new duty station, but pretty much the same mat system, about 3 inches of mats. That's puzzle mats, layer after layer. So it really I can take those high falls really easily on this mat system. So you definitely have to have a good mat system if you do any kind of grappling martial art. And even if you're a striker, sometimes you slip and fall, you go down. You might want to have a good mat system. And you'll see that I have various bags and heavy bags and other equipment in this video. I will point them out and give you my recommendations. All of them are great. Some of them I still have, some of them I don't. But let's start with grappling and throwing dummies. This is a supple throwing dummy I'm using, and I just threw a size 6 gi on it. This gi size 6 slips on it really well. Possibly the very greatest throwing dummy ever made, designed by grapplers and wrestlers, just for grapplers and wrestlers. Guys, you couldn't ask for a better throwing dummy. But this is an older throwing dummy I had. It was a piece of crud, but it got you can get something like this on Amazon, and it's only going to cost you like $100, and you got to stuff it yourself with old T-shirts and rags and what have you. And that's what I did. So as you see, I'm advertising the Grappling Smarty 2.0. I just throwing that in there because I have one now. You're not going to see it in this video, but the Grappling Smarty 2.0, I've just started using it because I just got it, just finished stuffing it. And guys, I will do a video just doing the Grappling Smarty 2.0. It's an amazing dummy. But you can see, like you saw, I did a triangle choke from side control, and then I rotated the back. It's great to do that on dummies because I did that on a live roll on a poor guy, and it from side control, it hits tight. Excuse me. With a grappling dummy, you can be as rough and tumble as you want. You don't have to worry about hurting anybody or getting hurt, and you can slow, methodical drilling or as fast and cardio-based as you want. Here you see me doing everything kind of slow and methodical because I'm actually teaching to the camera. All these are cuts from other videos, but as you can see, that's a cheap dummy I'm using. Hey, it gets the job done. So if you don't have the money to buy a Grappling Smarty 2.0, so be it, or a Supple's throwing dummy. Amazon is a great way to get yourself something. You just have to stuff it yourself if you want to go the cheap route. And also for shipping, you don't want my Supples came to me and I forgot what shipping was, but it was not pleasant because you can't stuff the Supples. It comes that way. It's another reason why it's such a top quality piece of equipment. They build it, they stuff it, they send it to you completely ready to go. Best grappling dummy or throwing dummy you could get. And the Grappling Smarty 2.0 is by far, excuse me, folks, the best ground grappling dummy I've ever used. And again, this is one of the older ones I'm using. In the corner there, you see like an MMA ground and pound bag. I use that later in the video. Guys, amazing piece of equipment. We'll talk about that when we get there. But again, something like this works. It gets the job done, these cheaper dummies. But I highly recommend something with a little bit more substance to it, like the Grappling Smarty 2.0. I'm not getting any kickbacks from them. I'm too small of a channel for them to even realize I'm on the radar. I'm not even on the radar. So there's no way I'm getting endorsed from anybody. But you definitely are going to want that piece of equipment if you have the money to spend it. If not, again, these cheaper things, they get the job done. Is it as good as rolling with a regular person? Absolutely not. So let's talk about striking and striking equipment. Most of this is going to be your own personal training, because you see I'm training with a partner. I'm doing Dutch style mitt work with my old coach, Coach Colton. So if you have a partner you can train with, then absolutely. But most of this video is about training alone. That was a Century bag, awesome piece of equipment. If you want me to do a review on that, I will. That was a tie length or tie style heavy bag. This is a bob, and bob is a great piece of equipment. I no longer have it. I gave that to another control tactics coach because I have plenty of other pieces of equipment, and I only have so much space in my gym. But bob is amazing. As you can see, I've modified bob with some of my own modifications. If you want, I will do a video on it. But I like bob because you can strike your way into clinch range. A lot of what I do is striking into clinch. As you can see, I'm doing mitt work there with Coach Amanda. But here is a wooden dummy. Now, guys, I don't do Wing Chun, never have. I have trained several years in Kaji Kembo, Tum Pai method, which is center line, the softer method. But here I am practicing using the wooden dummy to go into clinch range. Now, this is the trapping range that you normally work on the Wing Chun dummy. You're striking into trapping, redirecting, and so forth. But I like to use it to go into clinch range. Now, guys, again, not a Wing Chun stylist, so please don't say, well, that's completely wrong, you're not doing it right. No, I'm not. I'm doing it the way I do it, and the way I like to work it with my skill set, and just gives me something else to do. That trapping, clinching range for takedowns. I really enjoy working out on it. I kind of treat it like a little cardio blast. If you want me to put in the description, I actually did a video on using the wooden dummy. If I remember, I will put that in the description as well. But again, most of this video is about you training by yourself. You'll see me put some, small caption video with me training with other people. You saw that already. But this is mostly about equipment and training with yourself. And again, as a law enforcement officer, I do Taiho Jitsu, and you see me using this Century Versi bag with the baton. And you see me using bob there with the baton. Again, bob is great for that. The Century Versi bag, I gave that away to another control tactics instructor. Great little bag, mostly cardio-based type bag. But for what I'm using it for in this video, it was great for that. But I wouldn't recommend it as your sole bag. That's something you would use for like a cardio workout. And as promised, here's that ground and pound bag. This is a ring to cage. I stuffed it myself. Guys, this is a great way to get a cardio workout with some applicable skills that you're going to learn. And here I am just doing a real basic pattern, knee and belly to side control, getting some strikes in, nothing crazy, just when there's a lull in between positional changes from side control to reverse side control to mount. You see me doing it, and I'm getting some strikes in. Phenomenal way to get your cardio in. Guys, if you have any questions about any of this equipment, let me know and we'll talk about it. But I will do a separate video about anything you want me to do. All right, this is the boxing bar. This is going to be the last piece of equipment. This is a neat little piece of equipment. As you can see, I have it mounted on the wall. I've since moved it to the other wall in my gym. I really like how adjustable it is. Here's how I bought it on Amazon. Here's the price and so forth. There are several different models and brands, but this is the one I got, and I recommend it. It's a lot of fun, and it's a great way to, it's actually a good leg workout because you're doing a lot of squats. Guys, I am not a boxer. I'm a horrible boxer. But this is a great way to get that hand and eye coordination in and get some real basic skills in to duck under the punch. Great for grappling, actually, because I like to strike my way into the clinch zone. And this is a great way to duck under the incoming strike and get into the clinch, as you saw me practicing on the bob and other pieces of equipment. But, guys, this is just a fun piece of equipment. If you have some extra money and you're a striker, this is a fun piece of kit to have. As you can see, there's no pad to strike, so sometimes I will duck under it and just pop it super light because this is more about speed and cardio and agility than anything else. But, guys, great piece of equipment. I highly recommend it. All right, let's wrap it up. This is the last video for 2023. I hope everybody's 2024 is a good year. Everybody take care, stay safe, and just enjoy your training. Go out there and train. Take care.
Let's roll. Hey. careful out.